Hello and welcome to our video on the life and reign of Al Capone, the infamous Chicago gangster who became the most recognizable crime leader of the 20th century in America. He was involved in a variety of different activities, ranging from bootlegging to evading paying taxes. In this video, we will explore the rise of Al Capone, his involvement in the criminal world, and many other interesting themes. Let's begin this intriguing story. Underworld of Chicago. In the early 20th century, Chicago was a city filled with promise and opportunity, but it was also a breeding ground for organized crime. The Prohibition era, which spanned from 1920 to 1933, had banned the manufacture, sale, and distribution of alcoholic beverages across the United States. This prohibition created a lucrative black market for alcohol, and Chicago quickly became a hotbed for criminal activities. With the ban on alcohol, organized crime syndicates saw an unprecedented opportunity to fill the demand for booze. Gangsters and mobsters seized control of the illegal liquor trade, smuggling and distributing alcohol throughout the city. Chicago's underworld was divided into factions, each vying for control of the profitable bootlegging operations, speakeasies, and gambling establishments. Among the rising criminal figures during this time, one name stood out: Al Capone. Capone recognized the immense potential for power and wealth in the world of organized crime. His intelligence, charisma, and ruthlessness allowed him to rise through the ranks quickly. Capone's rise to prominence mirrored the rapid growth of the criminal empire known as the Chicago Outfit, and he would go on to become one of the most infamous and influential mob bosses in American history. The beginning of Al Capone. Al Capone, born on January 17, 1899, in Brooklyn, New York. He was the fourth of 9 children born to Italian immigrants Gabriel and Teresa Capone. Growing up in a working-class neighborhood, Capone experienced the challenges and hardships of immigrant life. During his early years, Capone was involved in street gangs, a prevalent issue in Brooklyn at the time. He dropped out of school at the age of 14 and joined a gang called the 5 Points Gang, which was known for its involvement in criminal activities. Capone's experiences in the gang exposed him to the world of organized crime and provided him with a foundation for his future endeavors. Chicago and the Outfit. After leaving Brooklyn, Capone relocated to Chicago in 1920, attracted by the city's booming illegal alcohol trade during the Prohibition era. Upon his arrival, Capone swiftly became involved with the criminal organization known as the Chicago Outfit, which was led by Johnny Torrio at the time. Capone's intelligence, strategic thinking, and ability to execute plans efficiently caught the attention of Torrio. Recognizing Capone's potential, Torrio took him under his wing and mentored him in the ways of organized crime. Capone quickly proved himself as a valuable asset to the organization, displaying a combination of street smarts and ruthlessness that propelled his rise through the ranks. Torrio, impressed by Capone's ambition and cunning, trusted him with significant responsibilities within the Chicago Outfit. Capone oversaw and expanded the outfit's bootlegging operations, ensuring a steady flow of illegal alcohol throughout Chicago. His charismatic personality and ability to command respect allowed him to build a loyal network of associates and enforcers. In 1925, Torrio retired from the criminal world following an assassination attempt, handing over control of the Chicago Outfit to Capone. At the young age of 26, Capone became the de facto leader, cementing his position as one of the most powerful and influential figures in the city's organized crime scene. Prohibition and bootlegging. Prohibition, which lasted from 1920 to 1933, had a profound impact on the rise of organized crime in the United States, and Al Capone played a significant role in this illicit industry. The ban on the manufacture, sale, and distribution of alcoholic beverages created a massive demand for alcohol, leading to the emergence of a black market. Organized crime syndicates, including Capone's Chicago Outfit, stepped in to meet this demand and seized control of the lucrative bootlegging operations. Capone recognized the immense opportunity presented by Prohibition and quickly established himself as a key figure in the illegal alcohol trade. He took charge of smuggling operations, importing vast quantities of alcohol from Canada and other countries. Capone's criminal network extended from the production and distribution of alcohol to the establishment of hidden distilleries and breweries, where he ensured a steady supply of bootleg liquor. Controlling the speakeasies, which were underground bars that served alcohol during Prohibition, became a crucial aspect of Capone's empire. He profited from the operation of these establishments by extorting protection money from their owners and enforcing his dominance through violence when necessary. Capone's reputation for ruthlessness and willingness to eliminate competition allowed him to expand his control over the speakeasy scene in Chicago. Capone's influence extended beyond bootlegging and speakeasies. He utilized bribery and corruption to gain control over law enforcement, politicians, and city officials. By maintaining a network of paid-off officials, Capone ensured that his illegal activities went undisturbed and that his criminal empire flourished. The impact of prohibition on organized crime cannot be overstated. The ban on alcohol created a profitable and highly sought-after market, providing criminal syndicates like the Chicago outfit with the opportunity to amass vast wealth and power. Capone's role in bootlegging, smuggling alcohol, and controlling the speakeasies positioned him as a dominant force in the underworld, establishing his reputation as a notorious gangster and solidifying his influence over organized crime during the Prohibition era. Extramarital affairs. Al Capone had a notorious reputation as a womanizer, and his involvement with multiple mistresses contributed to various scandals and controversies throughout his life. Despite being married to May Coughlin, Capone engaged in extramarital affairs that garnered significant public attention and scrutiny. Capone's reputation as a womanizer stemmed from his charismatic personality and his position of power within the criminal underworld. He was known for his lavish lifestyle, frequented by parties, luxury, and a sense of invincibility. This allure attracted women to him, and Capone indulged in numerous extramarital relationships. Capone's affairs and his involvement with other women often stirred controversies and generated public outrage. Given his prominent position as a criminal figure, his personal life was heavily scrutinized and sensationalized by the press. The media coverage of his affairs further heightened his public image as a flamboyant and reckless gangster. The rumors and stories surrounding Capone's infidelity added to his persona as a larger-than-life figure involved in illicit activities both inside and outside the criminal world. His affairs became part of the mythology surrounding his life and contributed to the public fascination with his personal and criminal exploits. St. Valentine's Day Massacre. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre, which occurred on February 14, 1929, was a pivotal event in the Prohibition-era gang wars and an incident that implicated Al Capone, although he was never officially charged or convicted for his involvement. The massacre involved the brutal murder of 7 members of George Moran's North Side Gang, one of Capone's rival criminal organizations. On that fateful day, disguised as police officers, gunmen entered a garage on North Clark Street in Chicago, where Moran's gang members had been lured under the pretense of a planned weapons deal. The gunmen, believed to be members of Capone's gang or contracted hitmen, opened fire, riddling the victims with bullets. The victims included Moran's top enforcers, but Moran himself narrowly escaped the scene. While Capone's direct involvement in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre was never proven, he was widely suspected of ordering the hit as a means to eliminate Moran and weaken his rival gang. The ruthless and highly organized nature of the attack suggested Capone's influence. However, lack of concrete evidence and witnesses willing to testify hindered authorities from directly linking Capone to the massacre. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre shocked the public and led to significant public outrage. The brutality of the killings, coupled with the fact that it occurred in broad daylight, intensified the public's demand for action against organized crime. The event highlighted the violent and lawless nature of Chicago's criminal underworld, further tarnishing Capone's reputation in the eyes of the public and law enforcement. While Capone managed to evade direct legal consequences for the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, the incident contributed to increased scrutiny from federal authorities. The public outcry surrounding the massacre and the continued violence associated with Capone and his gang eventually led to the formation of a specialized law enforcement unit called the Untouchables, led by Elliot Ness. Ness and his team were determined to bring down Capone and his criminal organization by targeting their illicit operations and gathering evidence that could withstand the corruption and intimidation prevalent in Chicago. The Untouchables employed innovative strategies such as raids on breweries and distilleries, wiretapping conversations, and leveraging the power of informants to gather crucial intelligence on Capone's activities. Their relentless pursuit and uncompromising stance earned them the reputation of being incorruptible and unyielding in the face of Capone's influence. While the St. Valentine's Day Massacre remained an unsolved crime officially, its impact served as a catalyst for a more aggressive approach to combating organized crime in Chicago. That's all that I have for today. See the continuation of the story of Al Capone in the next video on my channel. Thank you for watching this episode, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting video.